I stand tall. Good guy fighting for us all. Biafra nation you defend. With love and spirit you won't bend. Strength and courage in your heart. From Ghana to Nigeria we all start. Thank you, Simon Ekpa, we adore. With you leading we soar. Simon Ekpa, the good guy. Raise our flags, I touch the sky. Biafra love in every beat. With your spirit we can't be beat. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are our guiding light. Together we'll find our way. With your spirit here to stay. Biafra's heart, it beats with pride. Simon Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you our future comes alive. Simon Ekpa, the good guy. Raise our flags, I touch the sky. Biafra love in every beat. With your spirit we can't be beat. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are our guiding light. Together we'll find our way. With your spirit here to stay. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are our guiding light. Together we'll find our way. With your spirit here to stay. with your spirit here to stay. Biafra's heart, it beats with pride. Simon and Bob by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you, our future comes alive. Biafra's heart, it beats with pride. Simon and Bob by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you, our future comes alive.
na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo ekwensu bụ zuu Naijiria. Lekwa Naijiria ma dọsa ya Chineke nna dị ngosi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Naijiria wee wuru ofu nna nke ebere jide ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko bịa ka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ, kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu. Onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Naijiria na mma, ọ ga-adịrị onye ahụ na mma na ezinụlọ na mma site ka o si wee na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo ekwensu bụ zuu Naijiria. Lekwa Naijiria ma dọsa ya Chineke nna dị ngosi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Naijiria wee wuru ofu nna nke ebere jide ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko bịa ka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ, kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu. Onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Naijiria na mma, ọ ga
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of the program. Wherever you are connecting us from, I welcome you and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiam continue to guide you, protect you, secure you as you join. Please, as you join us on today's program, invite somebody. Don't be here all by yourself. Make sure you invite somebody. Very, very important. Invite somebody. Don't just be here all alone by yourself. Invite somebody. It is very important. If you invite somebody to this program, that is the best thing you can do for us today. Invite somebody. Let somebody join us on this program and pass this message. Very, very important. The message we are about to preach is a very important message. And we will continue to preach this message to the ends of the world. We must not allow any blackmailer to blackmail us. We must not allow any propagandists to carry us back with their propaganda. We must not allow any distraction that is coming from any angle, from any corner. We must not allow it. Today is another day, as we have known, in the chase and pursuit of the freedom of Biafran people. We must continue. No matter what the enemies do, no matter what they say, no matter their attack, no matter their propaganda and blackmail, please like and share this video as you join us. As you connect, invite somebody to join because it is going to be amazing. Please like and share. Like and share so that we can have a full house for this message. It is very important if we get a very full house because there's no time. There's no time. In this freedom pursuit, we must carry everybody along. We must carry everybody along. Don't be tired. Don't be lukewarm. As you join, you invite somebody, tell your friend, tell your family members to join. Very, very important. As you are watching this program today, a lot of things are happening. A lot of things are happening. And if you don't know that something is happening, it means you are not paying attention. And I don't know how to explain to you. Because it is not a joke. And when we say something is happening, it's not a play. The Liberation Army of Biafra is giving the zoo woto woto. The woto woto is so much that you cannot imagine. They have cried and cried and cried, and they are lost tears. They complain and complain and complain, and they have lost complaint. Wherever you are as a Biafran, I want you to know that our freedom is here already. No amount of blackmail or propaganda can take us back. The Liberation Army of Biafra is giving the enemy woto woto in the front. As we draw close to the declaration of the independence of Biafra, our enemies are running mad. They are running mad. They don't know what to do. When we told them that the Biafra government is in charge of Biafra territory, some of them think it's a joke. When we say that the Biafra government is in charge of Biafran territory, some think it's a joke. It is not a joke. Today, they understand better. Every facility that they put up to accommodate the Zoological Republic terrorists will be brought down. They'll be brought down. And as the zoo with their idiotic media continue to push lie and propaganda, we don't mind them. They will fail. The Vanguard is reporting nonsense. After we have decimated and destroyed the pillars of the Zoological Republic, we destroy all their lies and all their plan. Their media is writing something different. In Vanguard, look at the nonsense report that Vanguard wrote. Just imagine what Vanguard is writing. They wrote and they said, Biafra Republic Government in Exile disclosed this in a statement through the official X account, condemning the labeling of the Biafra Liberation Army as gunmen and killers. Much as we identify with the feelings of Senator Frank Ibezim, identify with who? Who identify with who? Who formerly represented Okigwe North Senatorial Zone over his country home residence and non-study center at Nsu, that was touched by Asadis on Monday. The Biafra Republic of Exile maintained that its mission to liberate Igbo's people is sacrosanct, and thereby stating that further erection of further building to train refugees in Mbano should stop. The statement is in reaction to a recent viral video which alleges that the Imo state government and the federal government plan to settle refugees, internally displaced persons, and migrants at the National Open University of Nigeria, now Nsu, Ehime Mbano. You see, this media, they keep on trying to choose their own word to suit them. They write anything they like. But every of this propaganda cannot stop Biafrans from doing what we have to do. We must know that our freedom is the only thing in our head today. There is no propaganda that can push that will stop us, no matter what the propaganda is. We are focused. In one of the tweets of our Prime Minister, he thanked the Ambassador Negi for his support to the Amazonian cause and freedom movement in Africa. We still condone with our beloved brothers in Amazonia on the detention of their leader, and we will continue to speak up on that matter accordingly. It is so sad that the zoo will continue to push lie and propaganda, but who cares? I want to share a tweet that our Prime Minister shared on his Twitter account. Let us look at that tweet as an update for today before we proceed. You can see this very tweet here. This is the update that is coming from our Prime Minister. And this one, let's start from here. It says, breaking. The Biafran Defense Force have discovered other facilities that were built to house train Boko Haram in Imo State. In the coming days, they will all go down. There is no space for terrorists in Biafra land, and the Biafran government will take all measures necessary to safeguard our land against Nigerian terrorists and their Islamic jihadists infiltration, expansionists. Biafra Liberation Army is not stopping. The order has been given by our Prime Minister. If you think that you can bring your agenda to Biafra land, you have failed. Biafra government will continue to defend Biafran people. This is another post that was made by an idiotic man. You know, these idiotic Nigerians, they continue to accuse our Prime Minister from one direction to the other. Today, they are accusing our Prime Minister of working for the United States. They are accusing our Prime Minister for working for United States. This is the latest accusation. You can see the idiot that made the post. He said his name is David Hudein. You see the clown that made the tweet, David Hudein. And look at what this idiot tweeted. He said, the American European interests funding and promoting this for the Southwest are the same ones funding and protecting the guy in Finland who runs a terror organization in the Southeast. Oyibo is playing 3D chess with our destiny while are not even on the board yet. This truck was spotted driving around the UNG venues in New York with a very interesting message on it. Democratic Republic of the Turari, or whatever he's writing. You see this idiot accusing our Prime Minister, accusing the United States of sponsoring our Prime Minister. You see, they don't have anything to say. Today, they accuse the United States. This is the same people who accuse our Prime Minister of working for Tinubu. Today, they're accusing him of working for the United States. And look at the response of our Prime Minister. Let us read the response coming from our Prime Minister to that idiotic post. And he said, this idiotic Nigerian journalist, David Udei, has now accused me of being an American agent and accusing the United States of trying to break up Nigeria. The same people accused me of working for Tinubu. This idiot and the Associated Department of Saboteurs previously issued false and deranged conspiracy accusing me of being a secret Nigerian agent. He is no longer Nigerian agent. These are confused bunch of buffoons. Buffoons, that's what they are. Now they are making a new theory that I am instead an American and European agent. Now needs to speculate. My high-level partnership with the US government, with the assistance of our lobbyists, is public information. We are not hiding our relationship with the Americans. Clearly, Our lobbyists are shaking the terrorist state of Nigeria. And yes, Afon Jahudeyin, we are working with the US government on plans for Nigeria. Wait for it soon. The idiot, after blocking, can't stay his lane. He is still writing about me to his brain deterred followers. That is it. This is how they roll. Confused bunch of buffoons who don't have anything to offer. They accuse our prime minister of working for Tinubu. They call him Nigeria agent. Today, he's no longer Nigeria agent. Now, they are calling him US agent. Are we hiding it? The diplomatic move that the Biafran people are making, they are not hiding it. It's everywhere. It's in the public. The whole world is seeing it. Every move that the Biafrans are making, the whole world is seeing it online. And our prime minister is also reminding those, some idiot who have come against him in the past, and they think he has forgotten. He has not forgotten. He is going to remember them very soon. One of the idiots that was attacking our prime minister before, Oluchi Lloyds, that I don't even know where this one belongs. She don't even deserve a response from our prime minister. But definitely soon she'll be remembered. In this one, you can see that they are crying. The Zoological Republic Army are crying. They are crying as the Liberation Army of Biafra is giving them woto, right, left, and center. They are complaining, going from every one of them have turned to a media warrior. That is the strength of our Prime Minister Mazi Samarepa and the Biafra Republic of Exile. The government of Biafra is giving them woto, right, left, and center. Every one of them, they now turn to media warriors. Look at him speaking and talking gibberish, complaining. And the Liberation Army of Biafra is giving them woto. They are receiving it everywhere. They are receiving it. They are receiving it. And you see the recovery. As we are taking them on, a lot is being recovered from them. Recoveries have been made. There are so many of the videos and some that I cannot be able to share here. That is why I'm rushing over it to go through. This update says, this one is from Daily Post Nigeria. It said 500 police retirees died while fighting for retirement benefits. You never see anything. 500 police retirees died while fighting for retirement benefits. This message is for those of you who are serving in Nigerian police. If you are serving in Nigerian police or Nigerian army, this is what awaits you. This is your fate. I thank God it's not we reporting it. It's their Daily Post in Nigeria reporting it. That 500 police retirees died fighting for their retirement benefit. And you will see an idiot will stand up and say he want to go and serve. An idiot will still pick up his arm to go to Biafra land to begin to chase people around. You still see some foolish idiot going to Biafra land to find a life that they're going to destroy. Look at their condition. 500 police retirees died while fighting for retirement benefits. You will never get that benefits. Anybody from Biafra land that is still serving in the zoo police, no pity for you. We are going to treat you like the terrorists you are. Because there is nothing you are getting there, only wickedness and idiocy. That is why you are still there. You have been given time to resign and you refuse. You will receive woto. You will receive woto. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, we must continue to focus on our freedom. There is no going back. There is no going back. No matter what the plans may be, we cannot go back. It is forward ever and backward never. The enemies of Biafra will continue to receive woto on daily basis. As long as they are still in our territory, they will continue to receive woto wherever you find them. The Liberation Army of Biafra is fighting on different fronts. As long as they continue to hold the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekan, as long as they continue to hold Biafrans prisoners, as long as they continue to allow their terrorist military in uniform to continue to operate in Biafra territory, we are going to give them woto woto, and they will continue to receive it. As I speak today, Biafra land is too hot for them. And I bet you, so many of them cannot be able to stay in Biafra land anymore. So many of them are retiring, some are running away. Remember when our Prime Minister said that by the special grace of Chukwu Okike, that by the time the declaration of the restoration of Biafra will be made, December 2nd, there might be no military or police that will be confident enough to be working in the street of Biafra. The delegitimization is entering a very tough stage. And they are receiving woto woto every blessed day. If you are a one Nigerianist, you better go and prepare yourself. All these are funjas that will not mind their business. All these are funja that think that we are their problem. We are not your problem. You have refused to focus on your problem, and you are looking on to Biafrans. What you are going to see, you cannot handle it. The zoo is panicking. They are panicking right, left, and center. Panic is not a small panic, but we don't care. All we know is to pursue our freedom, follow the truth and nothing but the truth. Whatever blackmail or propaganda they are bringing, we don't care. What we care today is about our freedom, and we must be free from the zoo. The liberation of Biafra is something that is mandatory. Every one of us must get involved in it. It is our business. We must liberate Biafra. Support the restoration of Biafra. And if you have not yet started doing something, go and pick up an assignment. Pick up one thing you'll be doing for Biafra. Go and take up an assignment. Take up one thing you'll be doing for Biafra. If you don't, you won't believe what is going to happen to you. The restoration of Biafra is not only the business of Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is not only the business of Mazi Nandekano. It is our business. Each and every one of us have something to do. There is something we are supposed to do. In the restoration of Biafra, there is something every single one of us have to do. And until we begin to do that, you will not find it easy. We must stand up to the occasion. We must rise up and fight the battle and fight it in a way that it should be. Don't allow any idiot to distract you. The message is very clear. Some of you think that fighting for Biafra is a joke. It is not a joke. It is not a joke. Every Biafran today, including these politicians and their criminals, they know that the only way forward is Biafra. They know. But some of them are cowards. Bunch of cowards. They don't have the balls. They don't have the balls to stand up. Many of them secretly in their hand, because they have soiled their hand in evil, because they have been involved in fraud, because Nigeria has made them to be fraudulent. The system in Nigeria, first of all, what they do is that they will first of all corrupt you. They will make you corrupted. They will get you in fraud so that they can use it and trap you down. And when they trap you with their fraudulent life, you can no longer live a decent life. When you see people talking about freedom, you'll be angry. When you see people talking about freedom, you'll be afraid, because you know you cannot be able to survive in a sane country. You can't survive in a civilized environment. That is why every single politician in Nigeria today that is on a top post, they are all a bunch of criminals. They all have criminal record. Every one of them, no one is exempted. But I want to tell you, no matter how they try, they can't stop the coming of Biafra. Just like our Prime Minister said, he has given them the olive branch. It is left for them to choose to be in Biafra land or choose to go exile. You cannot be a stumbling block. It's either you go exile. Any place you like, go and stay. But for you to stay in Biafra land and begin to stand against Biafra, what will happen to you? Even you yourself cannot explain. Let us listen to this video.
Saying to Nnamdi Kanu, that's not the way to go.
Ojukwu may not say.
So you reckon that if Ojukwu were alive today,
Yes.
he will be saying to Nnamdi Kanu, that's not the way to go.
Ojukwu may not say so to Nnamdi Kanu for the simple reason that Ojukwu and I believe every right-thinking person should also take into consideration the fact that every citizen, every adult citizen is entitled to his or her own point of view. So that if Nnamdi Kanu believes that Biafra should be a separate country, that is a point of view.
Because that would have been consistent with what Ojukwu.
This is not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. More than 50 million people have decided that Biafra will be on their own. They don't want to be part of Nigeria. I don't know why it is difficult for these people to understand. These same people told us that democracy is a game of number. They also told us that majority carries the vote. How can you hear and see more than 50 million people voting to exit the zoo, and you are still looking at it in a very small scale? You know, for a very long time, I can understand. For a very long time, I really understand you. For a very long time, we have just been saying it. When we say more than 90% of Biafrans want to go, they will say, show me how. What did you do? How do you verify it? What is your statistic? How do you get your statistics? Today, that question, how did you get your statistics, is no longer working. Today, the government of Biafra has successfully conducted self-referendum verified by some organizations, investigated by some investigative journalists, adopted and approved by so many other organizations. Self-referendum, which is still going on as we speak, and already we have more than 50 million votes waiting to call the final result by November-December convention. Everyone should understand that it is not just Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanting Biafra. The Biafran people want Biafra. Just like our eternal the Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu did not declare war. He did not go for Biafra. He made consultation. He made consultation for 3 good days. 3 good days, he was consulting with traditional rulers, elders in different regions of Biafra land. They sat 3 good days and they gave him the mandate to go and declare. So when you come online and begin to preach as if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just one person, one vote. He has 1 vote. I have 1 vote. Mazi Samanako have 1 vote. You in the studio there have 1 vote. Majority carries the vote. You people speak it in grammar. You say democracy is a game of number. You say, and yet, look at you people pushing a different narrative. I want Biafrans to pay attention to this interesting interview. It's an old interview, but
So you reckon that if Ojukwu were alive today,
Yes.
he will be saying to Nnamdi Kanu, that's not the way to go.
Ojukwu may not say so to Nnamdi Kanu for the simple reason that Ojukwu and I believe every right-thinking person should also take into consideration the fact that every citizen, every adult citizen is
absolutely
entitled to his or her own point of view. So that if Nnamdi Kanu believes that Biafra should be a separate country,
not only
that
Nnamdi
is
Kanu,
a point of
people
view.
Biafra
But that would have been consistent with what
today, more than
Ojukwu
50 million.
believed and did in the late 60s.
The circumstances, I keep referring you to the situation at the time.
Situation changed.
Yes. So when situations change, so people can shift ideologically. So that's the point, that what we're dealing with today is not so much about where Mr. A or Mr. B stands on these issues, but the right and freedom of people to agitate for whatever they want, so long as they do it within the law. So it's not a question of where do I stand. Basically, it's a matter of what rights are we entitled to as citizens of Nigeria, and how are those rights protected under the law?
So you don't agree with the way Nnamdi Kanu is playing the politics of Biafra today, but you believe he has a right to his position, to hold his position. Is that correct?
That's the point I'm making, that he has the right to hold his views and to agitate for separation. Then I have the right to say, well, I think I need to look at this differently. It is what we need to do is to ensure at all times that we uphold individual rights and freedoms. That's the bottom line.
Okay. Now, this is relevant to this conversation. You said in page 197. Let me read what you wrote here. President Buhari has his own issues with the Igbo. He becomes irritated when confronted with issues relating to Igbo marginalization or Biafra. I also have to read that immediately after that you did say that Buhari has a certain authenticity that can help to achieve genuine national reconciliation if he so desires. You then wrote after, in page 108, you said, a significant number of the Igbo diaspora do not believe that Nigeria is redeemable. They believe in Biafra and are funding the process that could lead to its realization. I believe that Nigeria is redeemable if we fight for its liberation from the clutches of agents of centralization.
Yes.
Okay, stay with me, sir. I was just curious. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you now wrote in page 200, one of the reasons Obasanjo becomes very irritated over the current Biafra agitation, aside of the Civil War victor mentality, is that he knows very well that it sprouted on his watch. Okay, so you said Buhari gets agitated when it comes to the issue of Igbo. You said Obasanjo gets agitated when it comes to the issue of Biafra. Do you believe that Buhari and Obasanjo are agents of centralization? Is that your take on those leaders, that they push for a strong central government? Agents of centralization.
Yeah, agents of centralization are basically people who, by their training, military officers who get into government and they only understand command and control. And then their own idea, of Nigeria is a Nigeria that is controlled from the center, from Abuja. Okay. Now, that is the problem. General Obasanjo, General Buhari, General Babangida, all the generals, who have, one time or the other been in office in Nigeria, they all belong to that school of thought. They are basically, they believe in centralization as a policy.
That's what you meant by agents of centralization.
Now, the point is this. Nigeria was founded, the way Nigeria was founded, the whole idea was to create a federal state. That was the vision of the founding fathers who laid the foundation for Nigeria. Now, the military guys, came in from Gowon, in Aguiyi-Ironsi, Gowon, the military, forget about their ethnic background. Okay? Now, so it is the inability of the military class to interpret their own vision, which is clearly a unitary vision. They have been unable to interpret it to Nigerians. That failure is, basically at the root of the confusion and crisis we face as a country. Yes, so that is it. So my thesis is clear. So if we rescue Nigeria from the grip of these agents of centralization, Nigeria will be a better place.
How can you really? How can you?
And so when
how can you rescue Nigeria from these agents you are talking about? It is easy to speak grammar. Chidi Ofodile. Chidi Ofodile. It is easy to speak this your grammar. After speaking, when it comes to practical terms, in practical terms, you cannot release, you cannot rescue the zoo from the hand of these people you are talking about. These people are the cabals, they are the Janjaweed, the caliphate that who is not even only about the military, it's not just about the military. As long as you have the Sultan of Sokoto there, the caliphate still exists. There is nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do. Today they blame Aguiyi-Ironsi for the unitary system. Aguiyi-Ironsi pursued the unitary system for a good intention. Aguiyi-Ironsi that we know, Aguiyi-Ironsi is a one Nigerian race. He loves one Nigeria so much. But they murdered him. They took his life. Today, no stone is placed anywhere to remember him. Nobody remembers Aguiyi-Ironsi, a head of state who was killed in cold blood. Nobody remembers him. Nothing. No, not even a stone is laid on him. He was a one Nigerianist. But today, you see them claiming that he formed the unitary system so that the Igbos will control the country. They call it dominance. He's putting unitary system. They said it's dominance. And they have refused to change it. You know it was dominance. Now you have been there. Since you murdered that man, up to today, they still left that very system. You want to get Nigeria from their clutches. Are you not a joker? Chidi Ofodile. Are you not joking? It is easy to speak grammar. In practical terms, what you are saying is impossible.
people begin to interpret it, what restructuring means to them, whatever way you look at it, the overarching point, the most important point is that, we must return to the original vision.
Wrong. We are not returning to any original vision. We are returning back to whom we were before the white men came. Not the vision of the unitary system, not the vision of Nigeria. This is where these intellectuals, they come here and they speak grammar and confuse themselves, trying to sound eloquent, trying to sound politically correct. We are not returning to anything. We are returning to whom we were before the colonial masters came. That is where we are returning. There is nothing like returning to this. Stop all this, your deceit. People should stop it. Stop speaking all this grammar. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
To the original vision.
Original, my foot.
Of federalism.
Federal what?
Upon which this country, was formed. What we have been experiencing is a distortion, and it's compounded by the inability of those who seek to distort it to even properly, interpret their own vision. They don't seem to even be clear, how their own idea of central command control system will work. They failed.
Thank you very much. It's been a nice time with you here, reviewing your book, The Politics of Biafra and the Future of Nigeria. Thank you. Congratulations on your book.
Thank you, Kunle. Thank you very much.
My fellow Biafrans, forget these people that speak grammar. They come and they speak grammar. We have nothing to do with the zoo. We are returning to whom we were before they came. We are returning back to the root, to the roots. That is where we are going back. There is nothing like speaking grammar, return to illiteracy system. We have said it. We don't want restructuring. We don't want their presidency. We do not want regional government. Anything that has to do with the zoo, we are not part of it. We want to go back to whom we were. We want to go back to whom we were. Biafra was there before Nigeria came to existence, and we are going back to whom we were originally, our original form. That is where we are going back. And now we have to go to another video. There's another video I want us to watch. Let us watch this video and discuss it. Let us use this video for this program and discuss it about the situation of our Supreme Lamazin Nandekan and the idiotic Ohanese and their fake demand and political solution or whatever. Let's listen to this video.
Negro, they have told the president to grant Nnamdi Kanu political pardon for Nigeria's independence. Meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer has said he does not need a political pardon. Well, let's get into this conversation after this short break.
Will listen to the cries or the demands of Ohanese and Igbo.
Even the federal government, I'm sure somewhere they are not happy with themselves.
Address the country's pressing issues of insecurity, hunger, and socio-economic challenges. We still have with us in the studio to help make sense of this. We still have Barrister Darlington Agumo and John Akerele, who is a farmer and a social commentator, though in diaspora. He's a Nigerian diaspora. Good to have you again, Barrister Darlington.
Yeah, Fina.
We have Ohanese and Igbo this time around talking about political pardon to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you really think that this present administration will, listen to the cries or the demands of Ohanese and Igbo, given the fact that this case against Nigeria and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have lingered on for so long?
Why not? It's a question of time before they will release Nnamdi Kanu, because it has become an embarrassment to everybody. Even the federal government, I'm sure somewhere they are not happy with themselves. I don't know what they want the Ohanese or the Southeastern to do that they have not done. All the leaders from that zone, all the who is who, their National Assembly members, they have written, they have paid visits. They have visited the Attorney General of the Federation. So how do you appeal for somebody to do the right thing?
Some Nigerians will say that the man himself, Nnamdi Kanu, should maybe bridle his tongue and stoop to conquer, as it were, relate to the state of the nation in such a way, in such a manner that he'll be seen to be repentant and, be an advocate of peace. And maybe that will lead to his release. That's according to a school of thought. What are your thoughts?
This school of thought got it wrong. Because I can't remember when Nnamdi Kanu was still agitating that if he's released, he's going to pursue Biafra cause. He's only saying that he should be released based on what the court said. And if you are in his shoes, you will not be happy. You will not. Even the judge who was handling the case, who later excused herself from that case, told the federal government, go and look for a political solution to this matter. So that will tell you that they have looked at this matter. In fact, it is a no case for submission. But the federal government, for reasons best known to them, they continue to detain that young man.
Sorry, Barrister, is there a difference between a political solution and a presidential? Yes, is there a difference? Because Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, a lawyer called, said they were open. Well, they were not the ones getting into a political solution, but they were open to it if that was brought to the table. In the same vein, he's saying he doesn't need pardon.
No. The last time the court sat over this matter, it was the court that suggested go and look for political solution to this matter. And that is because the judge have looked at this case and discovered that the federal government cannot win. And that was a soft landing they gave the federal government, based on the fact that they have done it for other people. Nnamdi Kanu will not be the first case now. Showoro's case, they entered the nolli prosecute. And that means we are no longer interested in this matter. They discharged and acquitted him.
Sorry, Barrister, before you move ahead with Showore and others, Moses said that Alo Ejimako, Nnamdi Kalu's lawyer, said that Nnamdi doesn't need pardon because he's not being convicted.
Nnamdi Kanu doesn't need pardon because he has not committed any crime nor convicted. That is the real deal. You can only pardon somebody that has committed a crime and you convict him. Then you talk of pardon. How can you pardon somebody that has not committed a crime? When you speak about pardon, it means you are making him guilty. Anybody that tells him to receive pardon, you are making Mazen Nnamdi Kanu guilty by speaking in such manner. And that is what the lawyers are explaining. That is why the lawyers said that they are not the ones initiating any political solution. It is the government's lawyer, the judges in the government, knowing that the government have not lost the case, told them to go ahead. That was why the judge of the lawyers of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu say, we did not initiate it. When they told them to go and meet Attorney General, they said Attorney General can also come to them. We must get these informations very, very straight so that we don't allow these people to push their lies and confuse us.
No. The last time the court sat over this matter, it was the court that suggested go and look for political solution to this matter.
Absolutely, the court suggested.
The judge have looked at this case and discovered that the federal government cannot win.
They can't.
And that was a soft landing they gave the federal government, based on the fact that they have done it for other people. Nnamdi Kanu will not be the first case now. Showore's case, they entered the nolly prosecute. And that means we are no longer interested in this matter. They discharged and acquitted him.
Sorry, Barrister, before you move ahead with Showore and others.
Listen.
Moses said that Alo Ejimako, Nnamdi Kalu's lawyer, said that Nnamdi doesn't need pardon because he's not being convicted. So the point of it now is this. If you are looking for a political solution, and you turn around to say he doesn't need pardon because he's not being convicted, where does that leave his case?
No. You have not even offered the police. Because remember, when the court said it, didn't Nnamdi Kanu say no? Remember, it was the judge that suggested it. And that was the reason for the adjournment. And they went and they visited the Attorney General of the Federation. This same lawyer now compiled almost 9 court judgments in favor of Nnamdi Kanu and gave it to Attorney General so that he can do the needful. Then some leaders of Ebola visited Tinubu. So, I mean, have we not done what we're supposed to do?
Barrister, the emphasis is on the word pardon.
That's what I'm saying. Did they even do that? At least let it be that the federal government offered the pardon.
You can't pardon somebody that didn't commit any offense. They should discharge your
You cannot convict a man. No solution will be better if the court says, okay, we discharge and acquit you of all these charges.
No, the court cannot say.
It doesn't have to come with pardon because pardon means that he's already been convicted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The court cannot say that because the matter have not gone into trial. It's not possible for the court.
So can't it be expedited?
In what way now? When the law to try Nnamdi Kanu it does not even exist. Maybe people don't even understand why the federal government is delaying over.
There is no law to try
Nnamdi Kanu.
There's no law.
That's what we are saying here.
So could that be the reason Ejimako is saying we don't need any pardon from?
That is it now. So if the federal government understands this very well, you had the young man quoting the law, their own law, which they have now, acted against. You saw him in court that they quoting the law they made, which they are now even going against. So that will tell you that the federal government showed themselves at the right foot on this particular matter. So because of the embarrassment they have suffered, they don't want to keep the young man there. Expecting something untoward to happen, they will now use it as an excuse.
So where does that leave democracy and rule of law?
It is left for the federal government to tell us because they said that they want to make peace. You heard him. That was one of his speeches. He made that he has made peace. Which peace? How can there be peace when there is no justice? Is it possible?
Barrister, there's also this, school of thought. People are saying that the release of Nnamdi Kanu will help solve the issue of sit at home and also restore peace and stability in the southeastern region. Do you really think that with his release, that can be achieved in the southeast?
Exactly. Everybody has said it. And it is a given because, initially, we thought it was a joke. But with time, people now realize that this is no longer prosecution. It is now persecution. And that is why people are sympathizing with Nnamdi Kanu.
But how will you say that is going to happen, given the fact that IPOB have distanced themselves from all the insecurity happenings in the Southeast? So how is Nnamdi Kanu going to come in simply to help stop the issue of insecurity?
Some criminal elements are using his name.
Does he have a power that the political entities in Southeast does not have? I'm talking about ESN not being the one causing the issues or the mayhem in Southeast as regards insecurity, and we're having Nnamdi Kanu's release now to be what is going to quell this whole temporary.
I said some criminal elements are using Nnamdi Kanu's name to apply their trade. If you come out now, on what basis you wouldn't have been fighting and killing? On what basis? There will be no basis. That's what we are saying here. There will be no basis. So release the young man first. He might even enter undertaking. He said it himself that immediately he got that all this thing, he made a broadcast. So a man who has done all these things, you are still saying that he doesn't want peace. On what ground will you say that? We are saying release him because this thing started with his incarceration. You know it, I know it. All this representation have been made to the federal government. Why are they not listening? More so when you are offered this same privilege to others. That's where it is even more painful. Even people who have done worse, you are giving them this privilege, which they did not deserve. So we are saying, bring this man out. Bring him out.
Barrister Darlington, you seem to believe that even Nnamdi Kanu is released from detention, that the issue of Monday sit at home will die down.
It must.
What about the issue of the unknown gunmen? Because we also know that these unknown gunmen strike outside the Monday sit at home days.
Good.
And IPOB has clearly dissociated itself from the unknown gunmen saga.
Mr. Okoro, that's what I'm telling you. It will now left for the federal government to now liaise with Nnamdi Kanu. Let us find these people that are known.
Should Nnamdi Kanu be part of the intelligence to decipher or to let the federal government understand the people behind unknown gunmen?
Mr. Okoro,
isn't it the duty of the intelligence community?
Since they have failed to do that, we are now linking it to the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So let him come out and let me see that person who will now be answering unknown government in the Southeast. They will easily be fished out now.
Does it mean that Nnamdi now is a political power base in the Southeast? If we wait for him to come out from detention before we unravel the issue of unknown gunmen?
Good. Since the federal government have not been able to solve the insecurity in the Southeast with the decision of Nnamdi Kanu, are you not supposed to know by now that Nnamdi Kanu is a factor in the Southeast? Are you not supposed to know?
All right, Barrister.
Because there are people who have that political charisma.
If he is so powerful, he has also from detention said severally, let the sit at home stop, except on days that I'm going to court. But it hasn't happened.
I am telling you that because of the sympathy they have for him, that's why these things have continued.
No, but if they listen to him, they should stop because he has said stop.
Because they have not come out now.
All right, Barrister Darlington.
They have not come out.
IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, turn out to be an ideology that a lot of people hold on to. Now, do you think that if Nnamdi Kanu is being released today, that ideology of the Biafran nation will stop? Or do you also think that with the release of Nnamdi Kanu that the aggrieved Southeasterners can come up to have a peaceful negotiation with Nigeria as a nation?
My dear, let me tell you, maybe people don't understand. Let me say it now.
All right.
The Igbo man doesn't want to leave Nigeria. We are better off in an...
This is an idiotic statement that the Igbo man doesn't want to leave Nigeria. These are the one Nigerian. When they speak, you see them, but let me believe that he's just making an open statement because in the studio. Let's just believe because he's in one Nigeria. Because he's in Nigeria, he's making that statement. That the Igbo man doesn't want to leave Nigeria. Said who? Said who? When 51 million plus have voted to exit, you are saying Igbo man doesn't leave. These people think we are joking, right? Well, let's assume you are just saying it for them. Let them just release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Then we'll move from there.
Factor in the Southeast. Are you not supposed to know?
All right, Barrister.
Because there are people who have that political charisma.
If he is so powerful, he has also from detention said severally, let the sit at home stop, except on days that I'm going to court. But it hasn't happened.
I am telling you that because of the sympathy they have for him, that's why these things have continued.
No, but if they listen to him, they should stop because he has said stop.
Because they have not come out now.
All right, Barrister
They have not come out.
IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, turned out to be an ideology that a lot of people hold on to. Now, do you think that if the Nnamdi Kanu is being released today, that ideology of the Biafran nation will stop? Or do you also think
ideology
that
will not
with the release of
stop
Nnamdi
asking
Kanu,
useless
that,
questions.
the aggrieved Southeasterners can, come up to have a peaceful, negotiation with the
When
Nigerians?
he come out,
My dear, let me
conduct your
tell you,
own
maybe you
referendum,
don't understand. Let me
compare.
say it now.
and
The
you give us
Igbo
a
man
move,
doesn't want
go.
to leave Nigeria. We are better off in a united Nigeria where
Idiot.
everybody will be treated
Talk for yourself.
equally. Are you getting it? What is causing this agitation is this. In fact, the corrupt marginalization of the Igbo man. If you bring him out and integrate him,
We don't care
why will
about
there be
marginalization
quarrel?
anymore. Stop
Do you
talking
see
that
what
rubbish.
happened in
Our problem now
the
is not
United Kingdom
marginalization.
when the Irish Republic was administrating
Marginalization
and all
is not the
that?
problem of Igbo man.
The Senfen and all the people. I mean, they form even
Talking
a
of
group
life
of terror.
of losing
Remember
of
there was
people.
a war
Life
to
of people are in
this
danger. You're talking
effect
about
of clamor and
marginalization.
agitation.
Until the UK found a way around it. Eh? Please, when last did you hear any skirmishes in the United Kingdom? What I'm telling you that this is a simple thing. It has been tried in some places and it worked. Why is it not working for Nigeria? Do you think that the Igbo man have time? When last did you hear that an Igbo man is rioting and killing people and all that? They don't have time. It's not in their DNA. When you understand the people, treat them accordingly.
Barrister, if you describe the Igbo man as one who doesn't have time for things like that, but would rather just focus on his business. But then we have those that have been tagged unknown gunmen who are said to be from the Igbo extraction.
Who are said unknown gunmen? You are the one describing them.
Who are said to be from the Igbo extraction because they uphold they enforce the Monday sit at home and enforce restriction of movement in that part of the country. How would you now relate the two? The fact that the Igbo man ordinarily doesn't have a business.
Moses, have you ever arrested any of these unknown gunmen? And then
well, I don't work with the.
But you are telling me now. You are telling me. You are telling me. You have forgotten that at a point in this country, Mr. Okoro, because we tend to forget what happened yesterday, and we are discussing the issue today. You don't know that issue that happened yesterday, it have generated into what we are discussing today. Were you not here when some truckload of people were moved from the north and dumped in Imo State? They said they came for hunting and all that with their dogs. 2 truckloads, a trailer load. And I'm asking myself, what did these people come to do in Imo State?
Barrister, it's a good thing that you mentioned this. Let's bring it to another issue. That we
so
also
those people that came to hunt, what are they doing in Imo State?
Barrister, let's bring it to something that we talked about this morning. The touching of National Open University in Imo State, and also the residents of Ibezim. What would you relate that arson to?
You see, this is one of the things why I don't like about government. Mr. Okoro, I don't like government who just stoke fire. You go and stoke fire, and you now go and dodge and be watching the thing burning because you want to know what will happen. Please, in the first place, why should you allow such a thing to even happen in the first place? Before you now start looking for solution. You were here when we are talking about dumping some people from the north in that particular environment. Should such a thing even happen in the first place before you now start looking? You know very well that these people are not happy. You know very well that these people, even the people you are talking about, they are not good neighbors. They have never been good neighbors anywhere they go, you know.
How is it the government's fault?
Sorry?
How is it the government's fault?
It was because how would they look at in a place that is volatile? In a place that is volatile like Imo State now, which you and I know. You now bring people who are perceived to be enemy of that state, and you now want to keep them there, and you want the
but the news, but the news, there was a rebuttal.
Before the rebuttal
said that was not the intention.
The damage had been done. Why should there be a rebuttal in the first place? Why should you even move to the idea?
No, but
There was
it wasn't mooted. The head of the agency merely visited that facility. So was that enough reason to spike tension?
Oh, really?
No, I'm asking.
Did you remember how long it was discussed? Are you telling me that that man is the only federal government agent that have visited Imo State?
No, that facility, that particular facility.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You remember that was meant for an open university. When they built that open university, did anybody go to touch that place? Please answer me. That place has been existing until some people want to convert it into something else.
Into a skills acquisition center.
Really? Are you serious?
Meant for the youths in the southeast.
No, that's the news. That's the news. That's the news. That is the news.
No. They say they are bringing people. They say they are bringing people.
No, they didn't say. They said that it was a coincidence that the man just visited there.
Yeah, you can imagine. I don't like people who want to play on intelligence. Please, is that the only place in Imo State where youth are acquiring skill? Mention. Even in other states in the southeast. Are you telling me that there is no other place where youth are acquiring skill? Why didn't they go and
No, Barrister, that is a federal facility.
That's what there are other ones in
and a federal agent visited that place. So should it spike that kind of tension? That is the issue.
You didn't hear what I'm saying. The one that he came, they have already become an army of occupation. They are the ones causing insecurity in the southeast.
Do you have your facts?
Which one?
I have the fact. The Fulani killer herdsmen.
Are they quartered in that facility?
They are not quartered. They are already around.
Are they quartered in any facility in Imo State?
They are already around the whole of that southeast. Even the whole Nigeria.
Barrister, do you have facts?
I have more than a fact. Other people that have left there. You remember when a reverend father was released from somewhere in Abia or Kigwe? The Methodist president who brought news of what transpired between them and the kidnappers and what they told them. Were you not aware? I don't like when we start look, if these people have been behaving themselves as ab initio, please, who will quarrel with you, daughter? We have been living with these people until somebody came into office. Why are we dodging the issue? Ask yourself, have we not been having cattle rearers in the southeast? Have we touched any of them? Have we quarreled with any of them? Until they started grabbing land and doing whatever they are doing in the southeast. Is that not what caused this tension? Why can't you go to the root of the problem? Since you know that this is causing problem, why can't you say, okay, look, we want to rehabilitate you people. Oh yeah, we have enough land. Come and be doing your business there. Then let me see how problem will come up. But they insisted that the whole land belonged to them. They are not even asking you that we want to buy or we want to pay for rent and all that. They want to take by force. They have done it and succeeded. They want to try it in the south. Is that not why the people are agitating? So whenever they hear, it is said that if you are bitten by a snake, whenever you see the head of a lizard, you will start running. You say that snake can come again. No? Is that not what caused the problem? So in the federal government under Buhari, why did they allow this thing to fester for this long without finding a solution? Moses and Okoro, I gave Buhari a suggestion and said, come, you have enough land in the south, in the north. Niger State alone is the size of the entire Southwest. You can create 10 states out of Niger State, and you still have a space. Why not carve out one? Tell the Niger people, give me at least 10,000 square kilometers of land. Oh yeah, every Fulani man, go there. Government, all this money we are wasting on insecurity, we can use it to build that place, make it a small London for them.
Should we have that as a discussion, Barrister Darlington, given the fact that the headers are doing a private business?
No.
Just the way other farmers also have their own private business.
You have touched a sore nerve. Let me listen very well. In 2016, Buhari included the 964 million naira in our national budget to help build ranches for Fulani herdsmen. We criticized, we shouted, they said, but this is a private business, why should it be so? They said it is for peace to reign. We said, okay, if it will bring peace, no problem. 2016, at the end of that year, go and check your record. That was when we started seeing these people gone. AK-47 all over the place. The ranch, up till now, we have not seen one. The ranch. The money, nobody accounted for it. So what does that tell you, Mr. Okoro?
So you think also with the creation of the new Ministry of Livestock,
all those things will not help because the people you are doing it for, they are not interested. They just want to take people's land. And the federal government is so so afraid of them that they cannot call them to order, that they don't own Nigeria.
Why do you think so, Barrister Dam?
Yes, now if not, I'll just give you an example here. Why can't the federal government call this people and say, look, you cannot be marauding all over the place, disturbing everybody. Come and have a place and sit down and do your business like every other human being. You remember when they asked them to leave Ondo Forest, Akeredolu? They said no. Their brother, that was when Abakiade was in Buhari's spokesman, Garba Shehu. He told them that can stay anywhere. The other one said they can carry gun. All these statements, why are you telling other people that a member of this entity called that they are stupid? These are the things that are causing tension.
Barrister, very quickly, do you believe in the conspiracy that is flying around, that attempts or that are efforts by a certain group of people to take over other people's land in Nigeria?
I said they succeeded. They have done it before and they succeeded.
In Nigeria?
Yes. Maybe you don't even know. Kwara and Kogi, go and look at the topography.
That was hundreds of years ago.
Oh, really? Oh, they succeeded in doing it, Abi? You think that I forgot?
That's what we told us.
That is it. Now. Is it true?
Is it possible under the present circumstances?
Oh, I said because they succeeded and nobody waited. That's why they want to extend it now.
So bringing it back again to our discussion.
Benue State, Inko.
Barrister Darlington Agogo, or you think with the release of Nnamdi Kanu that all this can be put to hold?
Why not, if not? Why not? Look at Showore, the Sunday Boho. Since they were let off the hook.
So inadvertently, would you now say that his continued detention is to ensure that insecurity persists?
In fact, it is looking like that too. It is looking like that because if the federal government have offered the solution to the problem and they refuse to take it, that means they want the thing to persist. It's as simple as that. We the Southeast now, we have told the federal government, give us this, accept this our solution to the problem and see whether it will continue. Then you hold us responsible.
All right then.
But they refuse. Refuse.
Barrister, we are absolutely out of time. But we'll give you a few minutes, maybe one minute to give us your concluding thoughts on this.
My concluding thought on this matter is that, please, this unnecessary skirmishes here and there, Nigeria should be moving forward, not backwards. This insecurity has cost us a lot, and they are avoidable. Mostly, they are avoidable. From the southeast to the north, they are clearly avoidable. In that of the north, some people brought them inside here. They told us how they brought these terrorists into Nigeria. Is that not avoidable? In that of southeast, you saw the marginalization that caused the problem. Is that not avoidable? If you include them into the mainstream of politics and every other thing, will there be a problem? If you treat a child the same way you treat the fellow, why would there be quarrel? These are the things that are avoidable. So let us look at the solution, which is, we are looking at the solution. We are looking at it like this, but nobody wants to make use of it. That does not show that you're a good leader. You know how to bring peace into your country, and you neglected it. You neglected it deliberately, and you are calling a foreigner that they want to do this. Who are the foreigners that will tell you to come and destroy your country, and you'll agree? You are the one destroying your country. No foreigner can do that. They have taken advantage of insecurity, which you created. You created it. So if people don't take advantage and come here, don't blame them.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Barrister Darlington Agogo. We appreciate you for your time.
You have heard these people. The truth remains that there is no solution to the problem of Nigeria except division. The disintegration of the Zoological Republic is the only solution. No that and no peace. And that is where we stand. We have seen the solution and we are following the solution. Hear from our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa.
That we design the solution that suits us. And that solution is that everything we do, since they make our country and our land very uncomfortable for us, we will bring our freedom from diaspora. And that's what we're doing today. So the enabling environment that was not created for us in Biafra land, the different countries where we reside have created that environment, and we are struggling to bring this kind of system back to our people for them to live like human beings. So we will always outsmart the terrorist state of Nigeria, where every person from the northern Nigeria is always looking forward for the Islamic State and for everybody to become Muslim. We reject it. You can't force us to become what we don't want to become. We are Christians. we are Jewish, and we are traditionalists. And you can't take that away from us. We have a culture, and what British did in the 1914 amalgamation, where they did not take into consideration the dangerous diversity and amalgamated us by force with the barrels of the gun. That has been over 100 years. Today, the children of these people you forced into amalgamation have risen up, we're educated, we are scattered all over the world, and above all, we know our right. That is the most important thing. The right you created, the laws you made by yourself, and now today we are taking advantage of this law that is for the best interest of our children, ourselves, and our unborn generation. Biafrans, stand your ground. We have come to end the slavery against our people. We have come to end the marginalization of the Nigeria terrorist state. We have come to end the injustice being meted on our people for ages. We have come to end the killings, injustice that Nigeria has, given to our people for almost over 100 years. And that history is being made today, and all of you are part of it. I am leading the liberation of Biafra without fear. And I will stand in front of the enemy until the end, when the whole world will know that indeed Gandhi has one head. The world will know that Mandela has one head, and Simon Ekpa have one head as well. Just like every one of you. I am here to end the suffering of Biafra people, and it will start from the December 2nd in Lakti, Finland, in a very holy city where I am, where I have been grounded to become what I am today. May God bless you, bless Finland, bless every country that have supported us so far, both secretly, physically, openly, and otherwise. And airborne.
You have heard it from our Prime Minister. His message is clear and direct. In case you don't understand it, look closely and think again. The restoration of Biafra is where we stand. The independent state of Biafra is where we stand. There is no other compromise, no other solution whatsoever. We have chosen the path to freedom. The solution is disintegration of the zoo, and it is going to be disintegrated. We know that there is no freedom in the zoo. Freedom cannot come anywhere from the zoo. Freedom is going to come from diaspora. Freedom is going to come from Biafrans abroad. We are going to bring that freedom. It does not matter what they say. I know they are panicking, but let them continue to panic. Freedom is coming, and we know where it's going to come from.
I will be here to fight, because freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is a fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. I will be here. Biafra freedom will come from diaspora. I promised them for many years, since 2021, that I will bring the Biafra freedom from diaspora. I want you to look around yourself. Is it not coming from diaspora? They thought they have locked everywhere. If you go to Nigeria, they kill you. If you do, they will challenge you. Come to Nigeria, so we'll take you serious. Come to Nigeria. Because I will not come to Nigeria. If you want to die, go and put yourself in war. I will not come to Nigeria. I will be here to fight for my people, and I will be here and free my people from Nigeria. When Queen Elizabeth was controlling you in Nigeria and doing amalgamation, was she there? Was she there? Queen Elizabeth, the same Lugard, was she there? I will do like her. I will be here and free Biafra, and then I will come to unify Biafra people after Biafra has been recognized. I will be here to fight, because freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is a fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. Thank you very much.
And finally, for those of you who do not know, our Prime Minister have made it clear for you to understand. And for those of you who are fighting against him, who are talking against him, there is a message for you before we go. And I will leave your own message. Learn your lesson, or you are going to learn in a very hard way.
That Simon Ekpa is not looking anybody's face. The only person I respect in this struggle is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I gave him my word that I will never disappoint him. Before you pick a fight, ọkpụkpụ mbụ abụrụ ọkpụkpụ na-anọ mmadụ n'onu onye ahụ ka dị ndụ. No. Ọkpụkpụ nke mụ ọ nọrọ gị n'onu ogbuo gị pii. No matter what, you can't take it out. Agbago mụ Nigeria n'onu. Gbaa ndị iro Biafra n'onu. Gbaa ndị si na Biafra agaghị abịa in 2023 n'onu. Arọ ma ha n'onu na-akụ ha wọwọ. Woto woto. Ọkpụkpụ a, you can never swallow it. You don't understand that we are actually in freedom fighting. Freedom fighting where we do not validate Nigeria state. We are fighting for our freedom. Nigeria state have committed war crime, genocide, crime against humanity in our land, leading us to take the decisive decision we are taking today. And every necessary measure will be taken to make sure that we save Biafrans from Nigeria. Come 2023. Like this, you will be infected. If you eat me as a meat, or cancer kineri, you know cancer maybe, or you cancer you finish again, come and eat me as a meat. If you eat me and go to sleep and wake up, you know, you can't eat me.
He that have ears, let him hear.
They are panicking. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We are live and we are direct. They are panicking. Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking. Onyemuche has come back. Biafrans are coming back to my page. Yoruba. It is the truth. I tell you the truth. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're holding my life, you take it. Was Shoyinka not corrupt?
My fellow Biafrans, you have heard it. I appreciate every one of you that have joined us on this program, wherever you're connected from. Thank you for being part of the program. Please, if you have not yet liked and share to all platforms, share to everyone that you can be able to reach. Let us continue to preach this gospel until we get it across. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every single one of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect everyone that is genuinely fighting for Biafra. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Biafran Liberation Army. Protect our Prime Minister. Protect all the Biafrans across the world. All the people that are genuinely fighting for Biafra. May they be protected. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Thank you and stay blessed.
So, Ayala, Umu Biafra Nala, Ayala Nalanso, Umbano Kailawa, aka ekpuchi ọnwa aka ekpuchi ọnwa. We are unstoppable. We are indefatigable. Ebe anyị na-ala bụ obodo ọma. The 14 states of Biafra. Ngwanụ. Anyị ana. Ihe Chidere odego ya. Chidere anyị Biafra. Anyị alawala. Ma ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo, ma ndị nọ na Naịjirịa, ma ndị nọ na mba ụwa ọzọ dị iche iche. Obi kadawala. Ọ nọkwa anyị n'ugwu na ndịda. Oge ụnụ anyị erugo. Webe ọṅụ, webe ọṅụ, webe ọṅụ. Eluigwe na-enwe ọṅụ. Anyị pụọ, anyị pụọ, ana m anụ ya. Na so bayaba 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 eshuka waya 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 na so we dey do am papa jiri ya nwayọ mama gbara m egwu a nwayọ ụmụaka ụmụ Biafra ụmụ ọma anyị ananụ n'obodo ọma ahụ obodo ekwere anyị na nkwa. Ekene otito dị n'ọbasi nke igwe eze Chineke abịa m ụra onye na-etinye ụzọ ebe ụzọ na-adịghị odumala Biafra omen ụna